It'd be so great if you wanted to follow show prep. You know,
Dude, we between us, we had 12 topics. Hang on.
Ready?
I gotta move my microphone.
Yeah, ready?
Oh,
Lemon
lemon
face,
face,
lion
lion
face,
face.
lemon face, lion face.
Okay,
That's
we're
good.
done.
We're ready.
I don't know why we did that. Why
No,
why do
now
we
we
do
feel
that?
good. We got serotonin going. It's all good.
What's serotonin? Did you know Army won their football game today?
I think it's my sister's middle name. Welcome to those podcasts, Trashed Pandas Edition.
This is gonna be tough to follow our last two episodes with our first actual real guest.
Guess a
That
long
was
time.
just guessing a long time. Also not like famous or D-list, E-list, F-list. It was
Sure.
a friend of Chris's that he's hung out with before. He talked some
Medium.
shit last week. He's like,
I would say
"You guys really
medium
doing a
hangout.
real podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, the motherfucker. Get a hold
Like
of Chris."
Darren was like a legit hangout. Ortez showed up, kicked the door open. DMX, big hangout.
Dick
but-
swinging,
Yeah, Jesus.
elephant cock.
But this guy, I've talked
Jamie
to a bunch. Jamie
mad props, Jamie.
did great.
Dude, he stepped right in, not nervous. He
No.
brought notes. He was prepared.
He's
I love
doing
the
one of
dude. He
these.
was great. Yeah,
You know the kids when you're pitching and they're doing this thing with the bat.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
they're not scared.
No,
They're doing this. Like just give me one. Yeah,
showed up.
he
He
crushed it.
prepared. I was like, dude, he did very
He crushed
well.
it. He had notes. It was good.
Mhm.
But now
We had extra viewers and shit. Now we're just it's a shit show now.
we're drunk.
Trash
So
pandas have showed up.
it's fine.
There's a lot of fucking
Just here to
empty
clean up the
beer
old
cans.
mess, you know.
So how y'all doing? Don't answer all at once. I mean,
No, there's nobody. Hey, non-viewers. Why you there? No, I was gonna ask you a question and then I totally forgot. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You have a dog.
I have two.
You have dogs.
Yes.
Sometimes the dog takes ownership over the bedroom, whether you like it or not.
Correct.
That's their spot.
Yeah.
Let's say you're single.
Okay.
Awesome. But the dog is also like in your single bedroom.
Sure.
It's where she sleeps. It's her spot.
He or she.
I would say she, because dogs, I'm done with them. I'm never having another boy dog.
I will never have nothing but a male. Unless I have a lot of money somehow and can own a huge property and have a rescue set up, then we will accept the old bitches.
I will never have another male dog
I love
ever because of the worst dogs of all time.
Dick dogs.
Case in point, your dog, both of your dogs suck because they're both boys, right?
Yep.
Come on now. They're shit dogs. It's fine.
No, one of them is.
So, do you lock the dog for one night stand? Do you keep the dog out of the bedroom, or do you let him in the bedroom?
I'm single.
Yep.
I have an apartment, a big apartment. I have a condo. I have a house. Whatever.
Yeah. You're big.
I bring a chick over.
Phildo, what's up?
So Phildo, I bring a chick over.
Yep.
And I
dog
have
in or dog out.
I have to dog out.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Now, does it ruin? So, I picture you to be a more turgid man. You know, my dick's kind of moody. So if there's a dog doing like on the door, my dick's gonna be like, "Do you hear that?" I'm like, "Shut up." I don't think your dick hears things. I think your dick's more of like a retarded man on chocolate.
I love to know what that means.
Have you seen retarded guy on chocolate? It's fucking
I've
crazy.
seen him after they eat 3 grilled cheese and Euphoria.
I'm making them at night. But no, I got like a kind of ornery dick. My dick be like, who? Like, is someone fucking weed whacking at 8 at night? My dick's like an old man with the paper.
So when we lived on the Harlem Roadhouse, we had steaks. He would lay, like, if Chris and I were falling asleep on the couch, he would lay right in front of the couch, and he usually farted a lot, and Krista would try to throw up because it was awful.
Yeah, and he would try to like ease his asshole towards one of your big toes.
Yes, yeah. And then when it was actually time, like we wake up after a movie or we're hungover, we wake up in the middle of the night, we're like, all right, let's go to laying down in bed. Krista would have to fucking run. I'd have to try to hold Steaks back. She'd have to run down to the bed. She got halfway down the hallway. I just let go because Steaks would fucking haul ass and jump onto our bed. And when he got in there, he laid on her legs.
Yeah.
He loved her so much, but he would just jump into that bed and lay on her. And she's like, I had to get the blanket where I wanted to because as soon as he fucking fat ass jumped into bed, it was over. You're not moving 75 pounds of fucking bulldog.
No.
He loved that shit. So now with Tucker, he'll come in the bedroom, but he'll lay in one of two spots at the end of the bed on the floor by my closet or on Krista's side in the corner of the bed, like at the far corner where outside of her legs. But the puppy likes to snuggle lately. So like he'll climb on the couch and lay on top of Krista. And there's nights or mornings I come home from work. I'm walking around the living room like Tucker's laying on the bed. Krista's not on the couch where she usually sleeps 90% of the time. Cooper's not around. I'm like, he's not in my chair. Where the fuck is he? I go in the bedroom. I'm taking off my fucking clothes, getting ready for bed. And the puppy's laying on my side of the bed. I'm like, motherfucker, get up. Get up. And he's like,
yeah, he's trying to big dick you.
I'm not getting up. And I'm like, I will fucking drag you out of this bed by your ear. But Krista wakes up, she rolls over, and as soon as Krista gets up, the dog's gone. He follows her everywhere.
I think dogs on the bed is a bad move in general.
I can kind of agree with that. But also my dog.
We're not 20. It's not cute anymore.
I mean, Tucker's been laying in the bed, and I take Krista to Pound Town.
With the dog in the bed.
With the dog laying mere 2 feet away.
No.
He doesn't do shit. He just sounds asleep, snoring the whole time. He's like, yeah,
that's
whatever.
Great. That's great. I'm just not for it.
There's nobody's getting their asshole licked by a dog. Steaks.
Be cool.
It was, he'd try to get it. He'd be like,
yeah, what's up?
Threesome, Nick. Let's go.
Tap me in, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just
rotisserie. Let's go. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, I'm not for it. I'm not for
either,
dogs.
But I'm also at my age, I'm not passing up a chance.
Just look at us. Look at us right now. Like two moderately attractive guys.
Wearing fucking panda hats. One's dressed like a referee. One's dressed like a fucking 20-year-old college kid that's 30 years older.
So, just hoping for the chance. You know?
It was few and far between. Like tonight,
yeah, Krista was for the chance.
Shaking her butt, and I slapped her in the butt, and I'm like, oh, she's wearing granny panties. I'm like, I felt the edge of it. I'm just looked there. I'm like, ooh. She goes, nope, don't worry about it. Just got tired of wearing thong. I'm like, okay. Like, ready to go to Pound Town tonight.
We're doing the podcast tonight.
Yeah, there's the other half of it. It's fucking 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah, dude,
and then tomorrow I'm supposed to go out with Charlie, but I think the weather's going to be garbage, and neither one of us are going to want to drive. So,
what if we were in a world where you were pursued by the girl that you're with the same way that you pursue them?
Dude, it would be euphoria.
I think it'd be weird to have to, beat the pussy off, Yeah. Like, if she's making pancakes, I'm grabbing butts, I'm grabbing tits.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Today, Brady threw Cooper's ball. Cooper's got his cone on now because he's got a hot spot on the back of his leg and he's always digging at it. So he's got his cone on. Cooper's relentlessly playing with a toy he wants you to play. Brady grabs his ball, throws it across the room. It bounces over and it bounces underneath the Christmas tree. We're playing hockey, and I look over and I see the Christmas tree spinning. And I'm like, I think it's tipping. And I start screaming like Bloody Murray.
Of course.
And I jump out of my chair. Bloody murder. Did I say murder?
I think you said Bill Murray.
Plausible.
Like
and I
Bill Murray.
Like I'm in my recliner with the heat on, and I have it
Sure.
reclined, and I jump out of that thing and run over and grab the tree, like thinking it's tipping over. All Christmas shows up. All right, cool. So now she's laying down or kneeling down with her ass in the air underneath the Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas tree. Got it. She spins the tree and then she lets go of it and it goes whoop. I go, wait, this is not one of those trees that you hit the button and it'll rotate. She's like, nope, not at all. And I was like, she's down on her hands and knees. And I just
Connors.
I climb up behind her. And I'm just like, just making monkey noises. And she's just like,
what are you
really?
doing? Yeah. Right now?
If my wife came after me like that, I wouldn't
like my wife.
One time.
Wouldn't have to do.
One time.
Yeah. Once.
You know, the puppy play girl. The eye contact she was making with the guy.
Dude,
if that's the girl that's the entryway into puppy play, I'm all in.
Absolutely blowing the back of my wife's skull off.
All in, dude. I will start my own SPCA for hot white girls. SPCA? Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Did you say NAACP?
NAACPA. Got it. What do you guys right here? Well, we can't say the N part, but the other part is with attitude, spade, society. Got it.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
Oh, they're disadvantaged, you know.
So fucking glad this is just gonna carry on.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's see how many kind of like insinuated racist jokes we can make in the next hour.
What's the line at? What's the over under at right now? 15?
Is
that a good line?
We're 13 minutes in. I'd say 60. Easy.
Oh, so it's gonna be that show. This is the one. Is this gonna be the one that gets us finally kicked off everything? Because we've been fucking close.
No, the only thing that actually ever got us any flyers was when we were talking about COVID.
Oh yeah, we got
and we were reading off the
CDC website,
reading the words, and then YouTube still said that we couldn't talk about it.
Which has been proven to be complete and utter garbage.
100%,
like lawsuits and everybody
should
go to jail.
And we lost a lot of, dare I say, virality. You know.
Do you think
salinity
before fucking Sleepy Joe bails? Do you think he pardons Fauci?
I do.
If he does, everybody needs to just explode because we all know.
Yeah, that's fucked.
And the non-Trump supporters, the Kamala supporters who aren't really Kamala supporters, are anti-Trump supporters.
Sure.
The weird lesbians that are.
Hey, you can support whoever you want, but like
I actually unfollowed the ones I was talking to you about because I just couldn't deal with the fucking absurdity of it.
I get it.
Like,
but
if you're that worried about it, move. Leave. Just go to Canada with Whoopi. Just leave.
So there was a guy.
Jimmy Fallon with you.
There was a guy that I always knew that he was kind of effeminate in the way that his like demeanor was, and I
Okay.
loved him. I loved his wife. He was a great employee for me at my old job. And we were talking about, we were like exchanging things on Instagram, like during COVID, like in 2020 when it got like really heated.
Yeah. Ramped up.
And he sent this like diatribe to me about like how he knows a virologist.
I would say both play.
I'd say
You know,
virologist. Sorry, I mispronounced it.
yeah,
Um,
you overpronounced it
yeah,
trying to be okay.
So I
I'll
know this
allow it.
virologist, and she's this and whatever. He just gave this lady all the props in the world about how bad the COVID virus actually was. And in my heart, I know that he believed it, even though I didn't. And here we are in the middle of this big pandemic. And I feel that we're still friends after this diatribe you sent me. Well, this guy is also like obsessed with one day owning an old church. And I follow a lot of these old abandoned buildings type things, you know? So I don't think anything of it. We go back and forth a little bit about like I'm living my life and he's staying indoors and all this shit. And I still think we're friends. Foolishly, I think that we could be friends even though we disagree, because apparently now if you disagree with somebody, you can't be friends with them.
Yeah, I mean, in my world, that's completely allowable and acceptable and pretty much the way it should be.
Yeah, I disagree with you all the
you and
time.
you and I have a lot of disagreeing
Yeah, you
opinions.
love to suck dicks, and I say it's not good in the church, in the eyes of
Completely,
Christ.
you're
Yeah,
just our roles are reversed there.
yeah.
Like you love
Allegedly.
music that is
Allegedly.
sad and you want to hang yourself.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I love music that's
You
upbeat.
like
People
this.
smile.
Yeah.
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 You like Oasis? I love EDM. Little
Sure.
did you know, your fucking one of your Gallagher brothers
No,
was
I was
part of the
trying to get you over. Now hold on. I was trying to get you over to my side. Anyways,
is part of an EDM culture, and therefore
so
everything you say is completely thrown out the window. Anyhow, we
as I
disagree a
digress.
lot, but we also agree a lot.
Yes.
And we're still friends about it no matter
Still
what.
friends. And I got friends that are gay, and we disagree on some things. Trump's going to kill all the gays.
Well, I
I
agree
got
on
friends
that
that are
too.
black. Kamala Harris is the best president that we've ever had. Or
What if
she's not, you know, like we disagree, but we're still friends.
Hey,
so I see this.
Everybody wanted to see a black president, like fucking Tupac said. Guess what? We got Obama. Motherfucker could talk himself in circles. He was an awful president.
Most deportations of any president, and also most drone strikes of any president. So
you said most deportations?
Yes.
Trump is gonna fucking blow that record out of the water.
Yeah, Trump's going for the fucking. He's going for the fucking belt,
which I'm okay with.
Yeah, totally.
If you're here for a reason, education and to better yourself, fine. If you're here to take advantage of what Biden was offering, all the free shit,
fuck you.
Yeet your ass back over that fucking fence.
Yeah.
You try to come through that river where they're filling with gators or filling you full of bullets.
Yeah. So I see this amazing church in like Winnebago or whatever the fuck some town names are in Wisconsin. And it's like $25,000. It's a beautiful church. And I go, you know what?
Great bar.
Josh would love to see this. So I go to forward it to him, and he's not one of my people that I can forward it to.
What?
Yeah.
Clutching my pearls.
So we argued about something that I dare say I was completely right on. Completely right. Not medium right. Not I have a scientist friend, but I'm just saying.
Not 50, not 75%.
I would say I'm 100% right on it. I go to forward it to him, and we're not friends anymore. Blocked. I I like being friends with people of all types. Like I love
Chris, and why is that, Chris? Why?
because I think you can gain a lot of, I'm going to use a big word, Daryl. You can glean a lot of intelligence from people that differ from your opinions.
Why? And why is that? Because they open your eyes up to things you might not have seen.
Yeah.
I love it too. And the thing is,
I'm here to
appreciate
learn.
that, but
Yeah, teach me.
it's not reciprocal.
No.
Dude, when that shooting happened up the street a couple months ago.
Yep.
The dude that shot that Arab guy, Muslim, because that's part of the story I'm about to tell. Sure. Just drove by yesterday while me and Yule were outside cleaning our fucking things, beeped the horn and waved to him. Literally shot a dude, killed him.
Yep.
He's still living at home. I made a post on the scanner page. I said, dude, it is fucking crazy in here. All the Arabs are here, this, that, and everything. They're going crazy. They're doing a chance. One dude came in there respectively and said, hey, not all Muslims are Arabs, this, that, and everything. And I
agree.
I saw your side. I saw that dude's side. I said, listen.
So he put you in your place a little bit.
But yes, respectively. And I said, you know what I did? I said, I am completely sorry for that.
My bad. Yeah.
I didn't know. Thank you for straightening that out. And I went back and I edited my comment. And he goes, Daryl, thank you so much. He goes, we need more people like you. I'm like, you really don't. But I appreciated getting explained to on a human level what I did wrong. I was able to see my mistake. I was able to correct my mistake. And we were able to move on.
Of course.
And guess what? If that dude stopped at my house someday, I'd be like, would you like a bush light?
Of course.
And I would have a beer with him because I can talk to you. I don't mind being wrong. And I don't mind being spoken to like an adult and explain how it was wrong. Dude, guess what? I fucked up, man. I fucked up.
Yeah, this white and black shit is insane to me. But yeah, it kind of made me sad because I genuinely love the guy. I loved his wife. I loved everything they stand for. Like they were great people, but COVID was a massive divider between people.
Dude, how bad? So bad.
Yeah, it sucks. But
I just saw. Actually, this is so fucking funny. I was walking into this conversation. Kyle's watching. What up, Kyle? Smith. Kyle Smith. Yeah, you do, motherfuckers. You need more of me on your fucking hill. I'll stand behind you. I'll fucking defend you. Fuck you, Kyle. Love you, bud. We're just about to talk about
no, but I heard this one quote. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
He's going through one of the D's. His X-Dub.
Is it this? Oh God, where is it?
Yeah, it's right there. Push the
button. Is it?
Retardation. Nope. Yeah. He goes,
got him. These nuts.
Yeah,
got him.
It'll play. Sorry.
Tell me when we're done.
Yep,
he goes, hey, did you see what this girl said? And I'm like, no. And I went back. I'm like, why can't I see it? So I searched her name. Nothing came up.
Yep. Blocked.
She unfriended me and blocked me on Facebook. And he goes, why? I'm like, dude, I have no reason. I have no idea. We have been friends since we were little kids. All of a sudden on Instagram, she's still my friend on Instagram. Part of me is like, hey, man, send her a message and say, what the fuck did I say? Sure. Whatever. Yeah. And then the other half of me, the 75% of me said, I don't fucking care about your feelings.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
If you're that butthurt about something I said, like even Kyle's because I was watching my friend tracker after the election and it went down a couple and I assumed it was Kyle's mom. She's a Biden supporter, anti-Trump, whatever. And Kyle fucking puts her on blast one night at work. He's like, Mom, Did you unfriend Daryl? She's like, fuck him. I know he says some stupid shit, but she goes, no, I'll deal with his ass.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. And then I figured
Yeah.
out who a couple people that it was. I'm like, are you, dude, seriously? She's like, I just know he shit talks people. I'm like, who doesn't know that about me?
Yeah.
Who
I
doesn't
agree.
know that I'm a legit giant shit talker?
Well,
And I'm okay with you giving it back to me because that's the fun back and forth that we have.
And for me,
and
like,
if you giving me shit, like all the people that shit on me for Michigan getting destroyed by Ohio State, aside from the last 4 years, I'm still on that fucking hill screaming. Guess what? The last 4 years, not the egg on my face this time. But I'm like, I took it and I'm giving it. But if you can't take it after you threw it at me, then fuck off, man.
yeah, the COVID thing was
The applesauce comment.
The COVID thing was like divisive because it was medical and people were dying, quote unquote. And for some reason, it's like the first thing I could ever think of throughout history where it was like also became political. So if you say it's not that bad, all of a sudden you're this staunch Republican.
Dude, it's just so everybody's so quick to judge.
If you say that it's terrible and we should go on hikes and wear a mask, all of a sudden you're in that party over there.
Yeah.
And the line wasn't even like frayed a little bit where there's a little bit of lap over. It was like clear, like a clear delineation between this and that. And it kind of fucking really pissed me off. And I didn't reach out to the guy. I didn't text the guy. It just kind of like, I was like, we got an argument over molecular biology because he knows a molecular biologist who, in the end, as we're talking now, was really wrong. He didn't reach back out and say, hey, sorry. He's just in his own universe. And it kind of, you know, the analogy of like painting yourself into a corner.
Yeah.
That's what I think a lot of, and I would never call this guy unintelligent, but that's what a lot of very intelligent people tend to do with the information that they receive. They end up painting themselves into a corner so they only hear the stuff that appeases them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the barometer of intelligence. The barometer of intelligence is to weigh all the things. Yeah.
And adapt.
Yeah. It's
hey,
this.
man, I'm hard thinking that this is the way it is. And then somebody else is like, hang on a second, man. All of a sudden they spit some truths or whatever.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you stop and you're like, I never thought about that.
Exactly.
Hey, cool.
That's
Guess
the
what? We
importance
can still sit
of
there and
being
have a
friends with
fucking
people
beer.
that don't have or don't suffer the same things that you suffer.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's the best part about friendship and having peers and all that stuff. And I will probably never talk to that guy again. And I'm sure that guy isn't sad for it one bit.
No.
But I am. I ended up being right.
Well,
you know,
my whole thing is like with Facebook, I have, like, I don't know, 700 friends. I've probably sent maybe 10 friend requests.
Mm-hmm.
Every of the other ones have come from somebody wanting to be my friend.
Yeah.
So if you come to me and I accept your friendship and you don't like what you see and you unfriend me, guess what, motherfucker? That's on you. And all of a sudden you come back a year later and like, oh man, you don't get no second chances. You leave, bye, Felicia. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not changing. I will be vocal. I will draw the line in the sand, and this is where I'm at. But I'll tell you one thing, just like you said, somebody comes with facts and knowledge.
Dude,
and
teach
has
me.
a solid point,
I'm willing to learn.
I'm willing to listen and learn.
Yeah.
And I've learned a lot of shit from people. And I've admitted I was wrong a lot. People are, you can't admit you're wrong. Motherfucker, I can. I can. It's not hard for me to do. I just need you to back that up. And guess what? You could back it up with a truckload of bullshit and make it sound good. And guess what? I might join your team because you presented it well. But if I find out you fucked me, I'm gonna unload on you.
Well, also like the people that are still your friends.
Too much beer.
There's people that are still your friends, and they listen to your bullshit, my bullshit, whatever. But they only get their news from the places that people like that get their news from. And you're like, well, of course you're feeling that way. Of course.
And that's the thing, is like you said,
of course Biden's not a liar because, he said for a long time he would accept the verdict of Hunter Biden, and he'd adhere to the law, and he believes in the law of the land. And then, of course, it's a father trying to protect a son and all the shit.
I think we can all agree on that, right? At some point, we can all agree on that, right?
Yeah, of course, 100%. But unilaterally,
you love that word. That's the second time you used that today,
and I'm doing good at pronouncing it, so I'm gonna keep saying.
So far, yep. Okay.
If my son was guilty,
this is where shit gets real.
If my son was guilty,
I'm on the same page as you. I can already know
of the thing that
what
he
up,
was
sexy
already,
Lee? Too much butt hairs in the house.
If my son was guilty of the thing that he was convicted of, sadly, right?
At that point, you got to admit your son fucked up big time, right?
Sure, yeah. But bad day.
No parent wants to have that, right?
Bad day, bad circumstances, whatever. And legal and what happened are loosely tied, right? So, and I had the power to wield the axe and say, you know what? I'm going to give him a pardon for those things, because I don't feel that the guy that I see today, what's up, Lee? The guy that I see today is the same guy that I saw potentially made those mistakes. I would probably say, if I have the power, I'm going to give him the pass on this because I believe he's a better person. And I hope that he's a better person.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him that olive branch to be a better person.
No, is this if it's like one mistake? Hey, there was a huge political party. We went out. He had too much to drink. He drove home. Ended up getting a DWI.
Sure.
As we all know, is not the end of the world for anybody.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it. Okay.
But the unilateral did it again.
This many fucking mistakes.
Yeah. To go back 11 years and pardon him. To me, if you're a staunch Democrat and Kamala should have won and all this shit, and Trump's going to be the end of democracy and all this shit, one would possibly surmise, if you had a brain in your goddamn body, that they're using the system to make the mistakes that were made in the past that may patch into other things better for the person that's giving the unilateral pardon. like, and it's crazy for me to think that, and we know people like this. We know people that are super smart and they're leveled and they're not judgmental. They're not quick to the fucking guns. And they still think that that's a good decision because he's a Democrat. That's where I think you should have the ability to argue semantics, Like, that's it. That's all.
That's at the bottom of this. That dude committed so many fucking crimes.
Multiple crimes.
I mean, come on. How is this a good look? And immediately everybody was like, you act like fucking Biden or Trump didn't last time, fucking pardon all his cronies, and he's not going to do it this time and everything.
Trump did pardon one of his family members. Yeah, he did.
But
and Biden has the full control to pardon anyone he sees fit. But
at what point are we considering Biden fit to make these decisions? Because they've already said he's fucking too far gone to run for president again. So he's not fit to run for president again. He's not fit to be in office right now, and he's not mentally fit to take care of anything else.
No, the worst part.
But he can pardon people.
The worst part was that Biden was going to stand trial for something, and they deemed that he's not mentally fit to stand trial for the things that they wanted to bring him to trial for. But he's still running the country.
Make that make sense to me, please.
That to me is crazy, right? But again, like, it is what it is. A father protecting his son, I get it. But,
to a point, I get it to a point, dude. Just a simple detail, but you didn't kill anybody.
But 11 years.
Why that period of time? Because you know he fucked up and did bad shit. Superior criminal shit in those 11 years.
And it's not the things that he was tried for and found guilty for. It's all the things that he was tried for, found guilty for, and anything else that may have occurred during that time.
Done.
Yeah. Like, dude, like, that to me is insane. Now, if you find a staunch Democrat that says, you know what, I believe in that too, and it's great, and Joe's the guy, and whatever, like, I would love nothing more than to just sit down and pick their brain on that, not argue, just
ask questions. Just why? Why do you think that? That's all. I want to hear your reason.
Teach me.
Try to.
But the problem is that the people that would do that and like picket signs, all this shit, they're the first people to cut you off and not go to the conversation.
Yeah.
That to me is the biggest problem that we have in America. It's not not this bullshit of like right and wrong, or, you know, it's this shit like, well, we're done talking now. So
why?
You say your piece, then we're done talking. Like this blocking shit. You know, like, just let's talk about it a little bit. Like, this guy knew molecular biologists. And now here we are, 5 years later, 6 years later. I would love nothing more to go and say, hey, man, remember when we got in this argument and you blocked me? What does the molecular biologist say now? What is it now? Because biology can change. Studies can change.
So biology can change, right? So we're talking about
men and female. Yeah.
So we can
I
talk
know you're
about
that. But like,
did you see what Lee just asked? Fuck him, man. That's a good question.
Who'd your first pardon be as president?
You just won the election. January 6th, you're inaugurated. Who do you pardon? Do you really know anybody that's committed as many heinous crimes as Hunter Biden has? I don't know anybody.
No. I would pardon, number one, Lee. There are people that gathered under the amendment of free assembly and free protest.
Yep.
Outside of women's clinics that are still in jail right now. I would constitutionally, that to me makes no sense that they're in jail, but I would pardon them. And I'm not I believe in abortion. I have 2 kids. I believe in it. There's people that protested under the guise of freedom of assembly, freedom of protest,
freedom of speech,
and freedom of speech, and they're in jail right now. I would pardon them first. Second on that list would be the January 6th people.
Ooh, good choice.
I think that
also falls under that same category for the most part. And after seeing all the videos of the motherfuckers just picking up the gates and moving them with no resistance.
Have you heard of the phrase of I think it's called like agent provocateur?
Yeah, it's women's lingerie.
No.
Oh,
that's
sure. Pretty sure I'm right.
Yeah. Okay. That's a gents provocateur. But an agent provocateur. Nice. An agent provocateur is thank you. There are people in the government that are assigned to initiate a response to militias to get them to commit an act. So, for example, there's these guys, and I think 8 out of the 10 people were FBI agents. 8 out of the 10. 8 of these guys go get these Indian guys, and they go, "We should
dot or feather."
Dot.
Okay.
Dot. Yeah. They're like, "Hey, this is fucked up. We should go kidnap the mayor or whatever of whatever." And they get these 2 fucking idiots. They like indoctrinate them into this idea.
They what?
Indoctrinate them.
Okay.
Into this idea that we should go and kidnap the mayor. So there's 8 guys.
The mayor's in quotes. The person in power you're talking about. I know.
This is a true story. So there's 8 people that get these 2 guys, random guys, and they basically militarize them. Let's hang out. Get them into it.
Yeah.
Get them energized. Those guys show up. They get fake pipe bombs from the 8 guys. So they're not pipe bombs that will ever go off.
Yeah.
Those guys put in their backpacks. Those guys go and do the thing that the 8 guys tell them to do. And the 2 guys are in prison for fucking ever. And they would have never done a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Tell me how that's a thing. Now,
bro.
If you take that situation and then look at the January 6th stuff, the fact that Trump said there should be National Guard on hand, and Nancy Pelosi said we don't need it.
Trump said, I want you guys to assemble and
peacefully
assemble peacefully and use your fucking First Amendment rights to speak your mind.
Never said storm the Capitol. Never.
Those words never came out or were never.
Random guys
there was no
that are out
winky
there
face.
that are saying we're going to storm the Capitol, like Frank the Tank. We're going streaking, like that kind of shit.
Never happened.
And those people were probably agent provocateurs. It's a thing that the United States does.
I mean, once the videos came out, dude, how damning was that? That there was like a bunch of people standing there by a fucking gate. And they're just chanting. They're not menacing. They don't have weapons. They're not doing anything. And then one of the guards literally just moves in and said, come on in.
Yep.
I mean, at what point are we not seeing that?
Yeah.
So
I would secondarily, Lee, I would pardon those guys. Within reason. I mean, there's probably some bad people
fanatics. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think many. Guy I grew up with. You remember on the hayride, Chantal, short girl that got drunk all the time.
Yeah,
that was drunk the whole time. I'm not. I love her to death. Her brother got caught up in that January 6th shit. It was all over the news. He got fucking tossed in the clink.
Dude, there are people. So
I don't have any. Oh, I do. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 brand new boxes of fucking Timberland work boots over here, but I'm not pouring a beer in them.
So what's fucked up is this.
When I come down to Columbus next time, we're gonna do one.
I'll do a Chewy. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Do I get to go?
What?
About who I'm gonna pardon? Or are you still on your rampage?
One second. Go ahead. I'll think about it.
I am pardoning everyone with a minor marijuana charge. I mean, if you're moving a ton of weed for the cartel, okay, you're staying in jail.
Sure.
If you got pulled over with a fucking a Ziploc bag of weed,
yep.
You know, dude, I mean, so just say a sandwich bag of weed. How much does that really weigh? Because I realize this because I don't do the weed. I don't know about it. So a Ziploc bag full of weed, dude, what is that? 5-6 ounces? It doesn't weigh, you know.
Nothing. Yeah.
You get caught with that shit, you get the fuck out of jail.
Yeah, there was a certain part.
If you're moving like a bale or fucking 4 or 5 pounds of it for a reason,
sure,
you're going to jail for a little while.
That's intent to sell. Yeah.
You're not. I'm not going to keep you there forever, but I mean, if you're in there for just you got pulled over and you had a fucking roach in your fucking thing, you got a dime bag on you, you had a sandwich bag full of fucking weed you're going to take back to your boys for the weekend or the next 3 weekends. I don't know how much weed that is. Apparently it's a lot. Whatever. You're bye-bye. Get out the fuck out of jail. Because guess who's we're putting in there? Murders, fucking rapists, child molesters, all that shit. You're all going in there. Weed dudes, get the fuck out.
Yeah. No, I get it.
That's who I'm pardoning right then and there.
Yeah. Also, if I was president, I would say that weed should be legal nationally.
I would push for that. I regulate it. You know, I think they're trying to do the right thing now. They're realizing that weed isn't as bad as everybody thinks it is. I tell my children, don't do drugs, any of that shit. They're like, have you ever smoked the weeds? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, just call Chris.
What is it? Is a deregulation? Is that the word I'm looking for? Is that?
Yeah, and also, you know, marijuana has a lot of medicinal things to it
and that's the other thing too, you know.
So there's medicinal benefits to smoking weed.
Correct.
That also conflict with Big Pharma.
Because Big Pharma doesn't want you to know that you can
Sure.
get weed for fucking $12, but you got to pay fucking $150 a pill for what they're pushing.
So I've told the story a few times on some podcasts that I did for the weed industry, but when my dad died, I kept having all these panic attacks. You know, like your dad is your comfort blanket, whether you like it or not, to your life. And when he was gone, I didn't have that thing to call or that person to lean on or anything. Even if we didn't talk every day, it was just, he just wasn't there anymore. It was like one day he was there and one day he was not there.
Yeah.
And it fucked me up. And I kept having these weird panic attacks, like crippling. So I go to the doctor and they give me maybe not Xanax, but something close to Xanax. And
Xanax, the one that chills you out.
Yeah, just brings you down a little bit, you know. You're not freaking out, you know. Yeah, you're skipping a little bit. Hold on. You there? Hello? Oh shit! Of course, we're talking about big pharma, and I'm still good, and you're still good.
Your internet sucks so bad.
You there? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Fuck.
Uh,
Greatest pause ever. Both of us had the dumbest fucking faces. I was trying to take a picture, all of a sudden you're like reconnecting. Fuck.
Yeah. So, so I'm on these pills, and we go to Tony and I go to like Rhode Island and some shit, and we're having a good time. But every time we go outside of like where we're supposed to be, I would feel this panic. So I take like a little one of these pills, and it would just take me down a little bit. But it wasn't me anymore. It was just like this vessel, that was me, but it was taking all the crisps out of me, And so over the summer, we go to a wedding, and my buddy's like, but big weed guy. He's like, he's just start smoking weed. I'm like, well, I can't smoke weed if I'm taking these pills. He's like, well, don't take the pills. I'm like, cool. So we start smoking weed, and I had the best fucking weekend of my life. Not like high, like watching Scooby Doo and type shit, but like it brought me back a little bit. And it was the first time I realized that doctors don't know shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't have another panic attack after not taking the things that were supposed to quell panic attacks.
I know.
Which is insane to me.
When I had my MRI, because my hip, what's the big leg bone that goes in your hip? The femur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. From playing hockey, my femur at the top, it's shaped like a knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it had a big pronounced hump in it because it wore out. So every time I would move, it just pop. So I had to have an MRI. They came and they stuck this fucking giant needle into my groin, everything. And then they're like, how are you with confined spaces? And I'm like, And they're like, all right, you're tall. It's open at the end. You should be okay. So give me the headphones.
It is freaky doing one of those.
Dude, and I don't understand. They have to have bigger ones for the NFL players because, dude, I'm not a big dude.
It's like being in the coffin.
Yeah, it is.
It's fucked up.
They put you on the gurney at the end, and it raises up, and you slide in, and you're in this fucking tube, and it's right above your nose. Yeah. So when I had the first one, my head was barely sticking out the end, which was good because I'm not in a confined space. Mm-hmm. And you have to sit fucking super still. Lady screaming in my head, sit still. I'm like, my muscle twitch. My muscle twitch. I can't control that shit.
Yeah.
All right. So when I fucked up my shoulder and I had to go for an MRI, they're like, how are you with confined spaces? So listen, on the date you're coming for your MRI, it's a closed machine. I'm like, I won't do well. She's like, all right. So they wrote me a script for, I think it was Xanax, and it was one pill.
Yep.
And they're like, take it about an hour before. I'm like, all right. So I got to my appointment. I fucking slammed that thing, drank my water. I limped my ass back to the machine. They're like, do you have any metal? Blah, blah, blah. Nope. Did all that. They dragged me in a wheelchair. They put me in, slid me in the machine. Sure shit, it's open at the end. But since it was my shoulder, not my hip this time, I was just inside the end. It is, if anybody has not had an MRI, it is
claustrophobic,
obnoxious noise you have ever fucking heard in your life. It is completely awful.
Yeah.
For 15 minutes.
Yep.
I took that Xanax. I think that's what it was. And probably within 10 minutes, man, Krista looks at me.
Not a care to the goddamn world.
My eyes were going like this. She goes, how you feeling? I'm like,
fuck it.
I just kept saying, I'm zen as fuck. And I kept saying it. Even when the nurse took me back, she goes, are you all right? I'm like, I'm so fucking zen. And
Yeah.
she just looks at me, starts laughing. She goes, you're fucking high. I'm like,
Yep.
I'm feeling good.
Yep.
And I was so relaxed. I got in there. I was chill. I didn't move. I was done in like 8 minutes. They like had it done. They're like, thank you. You didn't move. This was great. I'm like, I couldn't move. I was paralyzed because I was so fucking high. I'm like, I love Xanax. It was amazing. I'm like,
great.
but there's people that have legit prescriptions that take those like all day, every day. I'm like, that's some good shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing.
Man.
But yeah, like I forgot what I was given. I don't think it was Xanax. I think it was like a little bit less than Xanax, but I was like, we go to some place and we were having the best time ever. And she was pregnant with Olivia at the time. So she's like kind of showing us, and we're in Rhode Island and we're trying to like find the places that my dad used to go when he was stationed in Rhode Island. And, you know, I'm trying to find this connection, but like I kept finding myself like looking for the next little sliver of a pill to take. And because I didn't have, I was going to have a panic attack. And, you know, panic is weird because
if you don't have it, it's hard to understand. Like Krista,
do you have it?
Like, I don't.
Oh, okay.
And,
I do.
And Krista has like anxiety every once in a while, and she starts panicking, and I'm like, I don't know about that, but I'm like, what can I do to help? And I'm like, yeah. I'll rub your shoulders. I'll give you a hug. I'm like, what can I do to help? Do you need me to leave you the fuck alone? Go lay in a bedroom. Go lay in the living room. I'll go in the bedroom. I'll go down here, play on a computer. Like, what do you need? I didn't realize how weird it is and how people feel because I've never had it.
Yeah. So what I didn't have,
I don't want to say I'm claustrophobic, but I'm like, honestly, when you get yourself into one of those machines, I went through it once before, so I knew what it was like. You're in there tight. I'm 6'1". I was probably 6'1", 250 at the time. Because I was a little heavier then. That's not a huge dude.
Right.
You know, I wasn't building a brick shit house. I was a normal size adult on that fucking platform. And they shoved me in there. And it got into that too. We're almost to the point where my shoulders were starting to curl in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It is so uncomfortable. I'm like, how do they put big people in these?
Yeah.
Do they have another one just for fat, large people? I mean, honestly, because you're not telling me that some 350-pound chick blown out, or a football player has them blown out a knee or a shoulder or an arm and has to have an MRI. How do you get them in these things?
Yeah.
And when you're on your back and the roof of that thing is honestly 1.5 inches above your nose, when you breathe through your mouth, it bounces off that and comes right back. You're like, it's panic city. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm so
not
glad
getting
for that.
any air. I can't.
Yeah.
And so this is really fucked up. Weird memory, but so my parents kind of took in this guy when I was in 10th grade. He was in 11th grade. And my football team was getting kind of good. And he was kind of like the outside linebacker on a 4-6 defense. Really good. So the team was going to lose him if he had to go transfer out. So my parents were like, fuck it. We have an extra room. We'll take him in. And he kind of became a brother to me. And after one of these football games, he put his shoulder out. And so we had to go to this hospital in a town that we like, maybe Cattaraugus or something like that, you know? And I'm in the waiting room waiting for him to be okay. And he lives with me. He's basically like a brother of mine. And he's this like Puerto Rican dude. And this guy comes in and he's freaking out from drugs, you know, and we're in the ER.
It's weekend.
Yeah. And this guy keeps going like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And I for some fucking reason, that when I have panic attacks and I have 100 a week, I'm freaking out. I think about that guy. And I remember when I was a kid going like,
don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm never going to be that guy. And also, if you can go, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. You are breathing. Like, what's fucking wrong with you? You can breathe.
Yeah, it's easy to say that.
Yeah, but dude,
it's not easy to do that.
When panic hits you, it's fucking emasculating. Like, I call it like tunnel vision. Like, you get this outside scope of peripheral and everything's great, and then all of a sudden the whole world comes in and you can only see this one little area, and no of the areas that you can look at are going to fix you. There's no safe space, there's no nothing. It is terrible, and I get it all the goddamn time, but I got nice tits and a nice dick, so whatever, it happens.
It's cold out there. I almost choked myself out with cord.
Do it. Do it. You won't do it. Go to sleep. Yeah. No, I remember where this like weird ass lake house or no beach house in Corolla Beach. And my buddy goes, Stop doing those. I'm like, all right, cool. Just smoke weed. I'm like, well, I'm gonna have a panic attack if I smoke weed. He's like, yeah, so embrace it. And I never like had anyone like tell me to go head on into panic. So we'd smoke a shitload of weed. For some reason, we were drinking Kugel summer
shandy.
Summer shandy. Yeah. And
those aren't that bad.
They're the best. And we had the best time ever.
Hiccups?
I do. Bad. No, I was like trying to talk.
I know.
I'm like, summer. But no, we're smoking weed, sativa, which is like an upper. Which I think, like, panic wise, you would have more panic.
Yeah,
you smoke more of that. But I just got away from taking those pills, and I never took another one of those pills ever.
Yeah, pills are no good.
And
I would like to like microdose or like dabble in the weed, but my job doesn't let me do that, which is fine. Yeah. Responsibilities, I get it. Blah 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 blah.
Well, I mean,
I could also eventually find a job that doesn't drug test me and just fucking go partying. But
weed's weird.
I'm also somewhat responsible, so
you can be responsible and still smoke weed, but
it can be. But I have that personality that might not allow me to do that.
No, I mean, I don't smoke weed till I'm like blacking out, but I would. No. A friend of mine gave me a mushroom cap that is like this big.
So do you get to throw fireballs or do you just get bigger?
Both. And it's in my office and I haven't touched it yet. But if I were to take a little bit of that, I'd have the best time ever. If I took the whole thing, that's where it's a crapshoot. Like, mushrooms are like, it's going to be great. Yeah. Little bit. If you take a lot of it of mushrooms, you are at the mercy of mushrooms at that point.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't have the head for it. I just don't.
Forehead.
Oh, I got a forehead for it for fucking days, dude. But
I was just checked my phone. I'm like, fuck, dude, I gotta go to a casino tomorrow. But tomorrow's the battery caddy. Don't care about that. I'm so pumped for that fucking Nintendo though.
Get it?
I'm gonna. to show my fucking kids what real gaming's about. Fuck your Fortnite. We're gonna play fucking Super Mario Bros. Motherfucker.
You won't.
Fuck, I won't, dude. I'll tell you one thing. I got nothing to do that day. Oh, I
do. You think you can go?
Fuck, I do. I got a party to go to that day. So I'm literally going to go to the casino, wait in line, get my fucking Nintendo. Chris is going to get one too.
Get out.
And then I got to go to a party. So the next day I'm going to game my dick off. I'm excited for the fucking Walmart gift card too. Fuck off, dude. I'll get $50 at Walmart. I
felt like a champion when I showed my kids that I could pass. I could beat Mario 1 without ever getting killed.
Yeah.
Now
I mean, right now, it would take me a bit to get back into it.
Like right now, like
yeah, like
drunk.
No, not even drunk. Like
okay,
sober up tomorrow. If I played it, it would take me a hot minute to remember it all. I would die, whatever. But then actually, I would fucking run right through that, and they'd be like, "What, dude?" Yeah. I just watched Pixels again the other night.
Great movie, underrated.
And Peter Dinklage, whatever his fucking name was in the movie, made a great point. When at the end of Donkey Kong, all the patterns go to shit. It just goes completely random.
Yep.
Like we all know how to miss Pac-Man. It's all same patterns. I don't remember them. I kind of remember a little bit of part of it. After that, it just becomes pure chaos.
So I play Pac-Man left-handed.
Oh yeah,
I do.
Okay, good. All right.
I don't know why.
That's fine.
I just do.
And my son does everything as a right-handed person should. Hits golf balls the right way, swings a bat the right way, catches, throws a baseball the right way, plays volleyball the right way, shoots hockey.
No, you're being racist right now.
Actually shoots left-handed hockey. When he plays soccer, when he goes to kick a ball, kicks it with his left foot all the time. I called him on it this summer while we were standing out in the yard playing soccer. I said, I know where you're kicking it. He's like, how? I go, because you're kicking it with your left foot. He goes, no, I'm not. Stepped in and kicked it with his left foot. I'm like, see? I go, you always kick with your left foot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling him to change it. If that's what feels comfortable, just go with it.
Sure, do it.
Everything as a normal right-handed person would, technically. No. But he kicks with his left foot.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, so for me,
I have one more beer.
Do you want to do another one?
No.
Okay. For me, jumping, I was always better jumping off my right foot, which means that if I was going to dunk, I have to hold it with my left hand.
Well, yeah, I would pick my dribble up, step with my left foot, step with my right foot, and go up for a layup or jump.
Yeah, so I'm a lefty.
That was the two we were allowed, because now you have Euro step, you have the dub step, you have the step and gather, you have. Dude, I was watching a video the other day. Somebody showed me.
LeBron took 19 steps.
Yes, they inbounded the ball. LeBron got it just over half court, took 1.5 steps, and they counted it. I'm like, what is wrong with this game?
Yeah.
I remember at basketball practice, dribbling the ball at any time, our hand went from 12 o'clock to either 9 if you're left-handed or 3. We got hit with a fucking stick.
Yeah.
Anytime you dribble that ball and it kind of stepped away from you and you went to reach for it and came underneath it.
Yeah.
Whistle went, the fucking broomstick hit your fucking hand.
And the guy that changed everything.
It is fucking awful.
Mr. Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Yeah. He changed everything. Well,
dude, this Euro step and gather step, and why are you taking 3
unwatchable
steps? And everybody's just like, oh, that's just fucking the way it is. No, that isn't. Why are they not calling it? I'll tell you one thing. Start calling that shit. This game's going to change. You motherfuckers aren't going to be able to take 2 steps from half court and lay up. You're not.
Okay, so
I hate the NBA, dude. I hate it.
Right, but we grew up loving it, right?
I grew up loving it because the game was pure back then.
It was.
Now it is straight garbage. I want nothing more to watch the fucking LeBron fail. He sucked so bad.
The biggest jump the shark ever is this Emirates Cup. Like,
you're talking about the NBA.
Yeah. Emirates Cup or whatever the fuck it's called.
The NBA, yeah. Well, they threw a huge sponsor at the in-season tournament.
Yeah.
What are you doing? The Lakers are like, oh, we won the in-season tournament. What does that get you? Nothing.
So you
got a few more wins out of it. No, what is that? Why are you having an in-season tournament?
So tell me that you're not influenced by other countries. When the NBA, Jordan, whatever, influenced the world, right?
You had European kids wanting to be like Mike.
Yes.
You had Chinese kids trying to be like Mike.
Yes.
You had Russian kids trying to be like Mike.
But now it's the Emirates, which is what, Saudi Arabian?
Sure, it's Middle Eastern influence.
Yeah, they're making it
oil,
like
oil money.
Sure,
soccer. It's soccer money.
So now you're married to the Saudis, and you're also married to China. All the people that make your fucking shoes, slave labor. What leg do you have to stand on? Other than force feeding this bullshit, terrible game,
dude. It's so hard, and even people that are basketball pundits legit say it's getting hard to watch.
Yeah,
I'm like, what do you mean getting hard to watch? It's been hard to watch for the last 15 years.
I mean, the truth in all this.
Don't get me wrong.
We have to acknowledge this.
We have to what?
We have to acknowledge that by the time this episode hits the apps, so Germany, Ireland, USA, TNT, that team is no longer going to be on TNT. Now they're moving over to ESPN.
I have no idea, dude. I don't care about the NBA. If it had just got absolved,
but we love Barkley
and Shaq.
We love Ernie,
and
we love Kenny.
Yeah, all those guys. We love those guys.
Yeah.
You keep those four. Give them a lifetime contract. I will tune in at halftime to watch those guys. Once they're done, I will not watch NBA.
They're going over to ESPN or something. They're bought out by something. So they're going to keep the team together. But ESPN's owned by Disney.
Yeah, the NBA is unwatchable now.
So
even basketball fans are saying
now.
Even basketball fans are sitting here saying it is very, very hard to watch the sport that I love the dearest.
It's gross.
I love hockey. It's my number one sport. I love
hockey.
It so much. I love watching it.
Has been the purest sport over the last 30 years because it hasn't really changed. It's changed a little bit.
Very, very little compared to everything else. You can still absolutely fucking destroy somebody with a fucking clean ass body shot.
They changed a little bit with New Jersey.
The trap.
Yeah, the trap.
They had to try to abolish that.
Yeah, Scott Stevens still like.
But
I want a Scott Stevens signed jersey like a motherfucker. Yeah.
But you're sitting there saying these guys played within the rules.
Mm-hmm. They just figured out a better way to do it.
They just figured out a better way to do it,
mm-hmm.
which is, it's not cheating. But they just found a way.
These are the rules. Belichicked it.
Yeah, and you dump the puck in. Guess what? You're one of the greatest puck handlers as a goalie in NHL history back there.
Martin Brodeur.
Who could absolutely sling it and act like a third defenseman. And what did they do? They made a rule. They put the trapezoid back there where the goalie couldn't go into the corner and play a puck. He had to wait for it to come to him, which at that point was like, you're kind of open. You could get hit. You have less time to react. So they changed that game. Like I said, they adapted a little bit because honestly, I love the Devils. They're my second favorite team. Sabres, Devils, Golden Knights. 1, 2, 3. That New Jersey teams back in the 90s was boring hockey. They literally lulled you to death with that.
But you would see Scott Stevens
catch
somebody sleeping.
As soon as those feet started moving like this and he was going sideways, somebody's going to die.
Yep.
Scott Niederbach just laying the boom back then.
Yeah.
Hockey still is
mostly pure.
Yeah. But I mean,
NBA.
NFL this year, and it's great listening to the Mafia saying everybody's against the Bills and whatever. As a whole, across the NFL, we can all agree
it's shit.
The refs this year have been the worst they've ever been.
Yeah.
I mean, I just sit there and I saw 4 still shots from the Lions-Packers game Thursday night of Lions dudes pushing Packers helmets off. Jordan Love getting punched in the face. No flag.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Hey, I'm not going to be the one. I mean, the Packers gave the Lions an absolute run for the money. Packers are my team. That was a fucking great football game to watch.
It was. Yeah, it was.
The Lions, Dan Campbell has just got giant fucking balls of steel, and I love him for it. And I'm low-key rooting for the Lions. I don't have the hatred being a Packers fan for the NFC North like that. I don't hate the Bears. I don't hate the fucking Vikings. I don't hate the Lions. I like football, but it's crazy to watch the NFL as a whole literally swirling down the shitter this year with the refereeing. It's awful.
How many times do you see a pass as a fan of the NFL hit the ground, and the first thing you look at as a viewer is for the red little bubble to pop or the yellow bubble to pop up?
Yeah, right in the middle of
like in college, if we're starting quarterbacks, I don't want a quarterback that has 9 seconds to throw. So take Ohio State, take Michigan, like all these guys that get all the best offensive linemen in the world. And these guys are blocking their tits off because they're great offensive linemen. And they're going up against great defensive linemen, and they're holding their own, right? I don't want a quarterback that's sitting back there forever and finds a guy open. I want a guy that has 3 seconds or less to throw and fits it in the tight spots. That to me is a good quarterback.
They mentioned this Thursday night with Goff.
Oh, really?
They're like, you give him 5 seconds back there, he's gonna pick you apart. And guess what? I missed
Goff is Troy Aikman.
They're like,
Troy
he's
Aikman had forever to throw.
Pass. Yeah. And they did that. 4 or 5 seconds, boom, completion, boom, completion.
Of course.
Completion. He's not missing. And they even said it. They came right out. Herbst's like, you cannot give him that time. He's got 5 seconds. He's going to eat you alive. And they kept saying, you got to dial up that pressure on him. And all of a sudden, Green Bay would dial up the pressure. Wrong time. There's St. Brown wide open.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's the thing. It's like those are what good teams do.
Yeah.
I like seeing that. I mean, I might put some money on the Rams this weekend against the Bills because I think the Bills and definitely the Mafia 100% is looking ahead to that Lions game as a barometer like they did with the Chiefs. They're looking ahead. And the line dropped from 6 to 3.5 like that.
Yeah, so home team typically is going to get
in an even game. To just say both teams are 9-3. Both teams 9-3 coming in even field.
It was
The
even.
home teams
Rams
getting 2.5 to 3 points.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the home field advantage. 2.5 to 3 points. That line went from 6 on Monday.
Yeah.
As of last night, it was at the 3.5. Why is that? And I don't understand betting a lot. Is that people putting money on the Rams to cover the spread?
No, it's a lot of people betting Bills.
That's where the money's at then.
Yeah, so
line was at 6. Rams plus 6.
Okay.
And it dropped to 3.5 within a day.
Right. Okay. So you're casino, right? On Monday, it's at 6.
Yeah.
On Friday, it's at 3, right? So it means that the front load of the bets are so heavy on the Bills that the line will drop on a Friday for the opposing team to hedge the bets.
That's the one thing I really don't understand. Well, there's a lot of things about betting that I really don't understand. It's definitely one of them. I'm trying to figure out, like, when the line moves, where's the money going and what does it mean? That's all I want to know. I'm like,
okay, so in stocks.
And I don't trust you because you're really not the parlay kid no more. It's me and Ortez running this show.
I don't even bet anymore. I haven't. How do I equate this? All right, Dogecoin, right?
Yeah,
Doge is here, right? You can.
That's 30 cents.
Sure.
Okay.
You can say that it's never going to hit above 45, and you can bet here, or you can buy Doge and just ride the curve, right? So you can bet for it, or you can bet against it. The more people that are betting for it, the money would say it's better to bet against it. That's why the betting line sways a little bit. So Bills 6.5. Home team always should get, what is it, like 3 points, 3.5?
It's 2.5 to 3 if it's an even keel thing. If both teams are coming in 9-3, they're both good teams, whatever. You get 2.5 to 3 for home field advantage.
Well, and I also, from a better standpoint, like, hey, Ortez, are you going to bet against Sean McVay ever? Never. I would never do that. Ortez, who are you taking? Bills, Rams, straight up, win, lose. I would take Bills. Yeah, if you fold in half. So over time, Daryl, as the week goes on, the more bets that weigh heavy on one side, the line will actually change to the other side. Come on, talk. You have a voice.
I'm sending a text to my betting friends because I'm not sure I trust what you're saying.
Proud black woman. Yeah. So one would say that if it's Bills heavy, Vegas will sway the other odds the other way and say it's Rams heavy to cover, so they can recoup some of the money they lose because they gave away the farm over here.
On my card at work, those, remember the cards we used to bet on? We're gonna do that next year. I could have got the Rams plus 6.
And now you're saying, like, on sports books, it's 3.5.
Yeah, I mean, we got the tickets on Wednesday
So 3.5 to me, like home team for away team, 3.5 is like even money.
Yeah, literally, it's about what it is. So let me check right now.
I think the Rams are a bad team to play. I do. I thought San Fran was a bad team to play
Bills, its opening apparently was 3.5. It shot up to 6 real quick. And then as of right now, it's at 3.5.
So that means more people are betting Bills than betting Rams. So Vegas,
they're taking the Bills to cover that 6.
Yeah. So as you go longer in the week, the spread will decline based on
for the most part
bettors that are probably right. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't trust the Bills. I just don't. You know,
and I learned. I mean, my dad and my family members always told me, do not bet 4 against the Bills. And this is back when they were going to the Super Bowl. They would inherently find a way to fuck you. So this week when I got my card for work, I went and I crossed off the Bills line and I crossed off the over-under. And the guy I work with come over, he goes, you weren't fucking around. I'm like, I want no chance of trying to take that line.
Yeah, no, I would take
if you were going to give me 8 points for the Rams, I would have taken it. Because again, I think this is a trap game. The Bills are looking ahead to playing Detroit for the king of the Great Lakes, whatever.
Yeah, it's a big game. Yeah, I get you.
It's on the road. There's a lot of fucking asshole mafia out in Detroit. I feel bad for them.
All right, calm down. Okay, take your hatred out.
I would take 7.5. I would take the Rams in 7.5 this week.
Yeah, that to me is a good bet.
Yeah, I would take that.
And a lot of people took that bet, and that's why the number is now 3.5.
That's one thing I don't understand. I'm not good at this betting thing. I mean,
so
I got lucky one day. I had a DraftKings offered a 14 parlay. I'm like, oh, this looks good. Fucking bang. Well, I hit it. Whatever. It's great. I bet Michigan plus the points last weekend. And then I bet another 2-team parlay. I'm 3-0 my last 3, but I'm probably 3 for 12.
That's great.
Whatever. But I'm like, I have friends who are fluent in this way more than your advice that understand how this ebbs and flows. I don't get it. And like, that's the problem. I'm like,
I gave you no advice. I just told you how it works.
Why did this line move 3 points? That's a big swing.
I just told you why.
What happened? So the money's going on the Bills, which drops the line, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm in line at Kingston.
What's that?
Horse betting.
Okay.
I know nothing about horse betting.
Me neither, dude.
But I got some cash.
Pick a lucky number. Pick a fun name.
Sure. So beep, beep. I'm ahead of this really old lady. She's 90, but her great granddaughter is super hot. So I start talking to the fucking 90-year-old. I'm like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. What are you betting? And she goes, I got this. She gives me the horses. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm going to bet that. She goes, well, I'm going to go ahead of you because when I bet this, the line's going to change a little bit.
Dude, she has to bet an insane amount of money to move that line.
No.
Yes. I'm sorry. An old lady betting $10 is not going to move the line.
But the singular horse track.
No.
It does move the line.
No,
so
not that much, dude.
And she was right. And so I put $500 down and I won $2,700.
There is no way that ever happens. In front of me.
Yeah, it does. It's a moving line.
It's great, but an old lady betting $10 on a horse is not going to move that line that much. It's not.
It does.
It's not.
It's fluent, dude.
Not. Dude, did you just see that dude that just laid $3.1 million on the Eagles? Did you see what $3.1 million did to that line? You're talking about a $10 bet at a horse track from an old lady. She didn't move the line that much, dude. She dropped $50K on it, then the line moves. She dropped $10. Stop. You with your hand up, referee.
Thank you. Did you also see that a guy was going to bet $3,000 on, what was it? It wasn't San Fran. It was a big game last week. No, it was Eagles and somebody. Who did the Eagles play? Baltimore?
Yeah, sure. I have no idea.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds right.
No, it's wrong.
Last week?
Yeah. So this guy is at, this guy is at a sports book. He gives over $3,000 in cash at the current
Eagles
line.
played Baltimore.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
So he goes $3,000 on the Eagles. And when the guy typed it in the machine, because the $3,000 he was putting on the Eagles, it changed the line when he put it in before he even accepted the cash. $3,000. That's it. And there's probably $1 billion on that bet. Dude, I'm telling you, that's how that shit works. I'm not being a dick. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying that shit operates in real fucking time.
It's great, dude. That is amazing. But you're literally telling me you pass up your spot in line for an old lady to bet $15 on a horse at a shitty horse track, and at $15 move the line that much? Incorrect. I'm not buying it. It's amazing that you believe that story and you think that's true. It's not true. There's no way a fucking $10 or $15 bet. If she bet $5,000 at a track, it move it.
Hold on. I'm not saying that it moved the line at that time. I'm saying that she wanted to be in front of me in case it did move the line.
Now that story changed.
That's all I'm saying. She's like, I want to go ahead of you in case it moves the line. I don't know if it did. I don't know nothing about.
I want to go in front of you in case somebody amongst these four windows drops $10,000 to change that line.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I've heard enough. I've heard enough bullshit for one night.
You're such a king. You know,
am I a cantankerous cunt?
Because you are. Fine. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I'm right and you're not right here. That's okay.
I'm just telling you what she told me.
That's great.
And she was right. So she got better odds than I did. Maybe she bet $15.
How?
Maybe she bet $500. I don't know. Maybe that's the play. Maybe that's of the 15 windows that people are betting on. They're all doing it. So the line moves dynamically.
At a local racetrack. At a local track. Do you know how much money is going to have to get laid to move a line? Honestly, dude, come on. You're a smart individual. I'm talking, she ain't betting $100. The guy next to her $50. The guy down here is $75. That is not moving the line that much.
And you're thinking, okay, hold on. And you're thinking that all the BETs that are put in the same bet.
You literally just said the lady in front of me moved the line. That's what you said earlier.
No, she said,
true.
She said, I'll give you this advice. I'm going to give you this, but I'm going to go ahead of you in case it moves the line. I don't know if it did. I'm just saying that's what she said. And it's not just people in line at Kingston. It's people that are betting online
too. The other 294 OTBs. But you're assuming that at that moment, everybody's dropping the dime on that horse to move the line.
Well, she was right. She called it.
Yeah, did she?
Yeah. And I made bank on it.
Did you make just as much bank as she did?
I don't know. She's old as fuck. She might have like put up her shoe. I have no fucking idea. But her granddaughter was hot as fuck. So cool.
You infuriate me with some of your logic. You're one of the smartest motherfuckers I know. And I told you one thing. Yeah, I know you shit on me about how I treat you. I give you more props than any.
Horribly.
I do, because you're a fucking douche nozzle and I love you to death. But I give you so many fucking props.
I'm just telling you what she told me.
You wouldn't even know. You don't even know how much I prop your fucking bitch ass up. I love you. You're a smart motherfucker. Ortez ain't even watching anymore.
He did for a bit. If you go through our text messages, one would surmise that you think I'm a piece of shit.
You think the same about me? We're even.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Just when you give the open joke, I would say that you openly give your ass and mouth to gentlemen.
See?
That's all I say.
You're like Big Hurt with dick jokes with Trick Pony.
Yeah. Like you can, like with me and you and Hurley.
Stupidest, smartest motherfuckers I know.
I'm just saying the line usually when it comes
to this.
It's a hunting line until there's overbetting, and then overbetting usually yields to a change in the line.
Some little old lady's like, let me go in front of you. My fucking $4 bet's gonna change the line. You're like, oh, okay. I'm gonna bet the same thing. Dude, it didn't change it. Stop.
It might not have. I don't know. I'm just saying I won.
It's good. I'm glad you won.
Thank you, bud.
I like to celebrate wins. Like you bet whatever you're like, parlay kids back. I'm like, dude, you hit an 8-leg parlay? That's stupid good. Ortez shared what 5 or 6 leg the other day that he hit. That's fucking awesome. I don't know how to. I don't ever do those ones. That's one thing I'd like to do a little bit more. Is I don't do the the player over or under totals. It's usually over, right?
Yeah.
Over rushing yards, receiving yards, pass times. I don't do those. I legit do teams to win or lose. I would like to expand into that sort of fun shit.
No, I think Ortez hits like in-app, like, hey, this is gonna be a thing. So he throws $15 at it and it pays out 157. That's great.
Dude, like DraftKings. That's the one I use. The one day I went on there and they're like, these 4 teams to win. I'm like, they're like 2,724 people have bet this. I'm like, all right, so I bet $3. You can win $65. I'm like,
I hate
and
that.
it hit. And
I know.
I do too, but I
hate it.
I can't, I don't know how to.
Okay,
like,
so
Sammy will tell me about how to tease the points. I'm like, what does that mean? He goes, go in there and just move the fucking line. I'm like, how do you do that? Where is that? I'm like, I don't know nothing about this. I'm like, I'm betting teams to either win, right? What are the 3? Oh, money line, the spread, and over under. That's it. But then you go to the top and there's this whole slider and there's all this more shit. I'm like, I'm so confused.
And this is where I'm fucked up because I like to build my own thing. I don't want to follow the suit of everybody.
I mean, I'll do it for a couple bucks, but the whole building your own thing, you guys share your shit with me in a group chat. I'm like, how did you do that?
Yeah, no, that's Ortez.
You're like, this guy fucking 49.5 points, but this guy's going to be over 16.5 rushing yards because he doesn't play rarely and it hits. I'm like, how'd you know this?
Yeah.
You wizard. What are you doing?
No, I like to bet teams and overs. Teams over under.
I took on my football card this weekend. They took 4 of the conference championships for tomorrow. Oregon, Penn State, Texas, Georgia, Louisiana, Marshall, and one other game. first time when it comes to this, usually they just do point spreads for college. So with the 4 of them, they did point spreads and the over-under. But then at the bottom, they're like all 4 games over 213, all 4 games under 211.
Is that part of the parlay?
Yeah, because you have to pick at least 4 on a card. So I snapped it under 211. I'm like, all right. Texas, Georgia, slugfest. Not a lot of points being scored there.
All right, hold on.
And then I'm like, that fucking Marshall and Louisiana game, those guys aren't going to know what the fuck they're doing. And I'm like, Oregon, Penn State. So 1-4 matchup, 1-3. That could go into a defensive battle. I'm like, all I need is 2 of these games to score under 52 total, and I might skate through with that one. Then I took 3 NFL games Sunday. Oh, I took Oregon to +4.
All right, hold on. All right, let's do some bets.
Hang
on. Come on now. All right, so. Oh, shit. 260. Yeah. Add some money on that. 50? God damn it, these fucking things.
All right. Oh, I need a beer. God damn it.
All right, hold on. Verified text.
All right,
Fuck you, dude.
So Texas, Georgia. Oh, SMU, Clemson. Oregon, Penn State, and Louisiana, Marshall. I took under 211 points for all 4 of those games.
Hold on.
I also took Oregon to beat Penn State by 4. I'm usually dead in the water after my college picks. So I'll be dead by Sunday and Saturday night. Sunday, NFL, I took the Titans -4. Vikings -6 and San Fran minus. I can't tell if that's a 5 or a 6. Oh, it's a 5. Minnesota and San Fran -5. Are you logging in or what are you doing?
I don't fucking know, dude.
So right, we have 17 minutes before this shit's got to be over.
Okay. I don't know.
Do not listen to our betting advice because usually we are complete and utter dog shit.
All right. So you're saying Iowa State, Arizona State.
No.
Dude, let's just go down the list.
Are we talking college?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stupid ass games for college.
I never bet against Iowa State, so I'll take them.
Cyclones?
Yeah.
When is that? Tomorrow? They got air. Oh, wow, that's a. Ooh. All right.
It's a big game.
Big 12.
Ohio and Miami, Ohio.
MAC. I'm not fucking with the MAC.
Okay. Georgia, Texas.
I would take Georgia in that one.
Think so?
Yeah, just because Texas has been sketchy. They really, I don't want to sit there and harp on this.
Georgia's been beat by a lot of weird people, though.
They haven't played anybody, but Georgia's been there every year. They know what to do.
Okay.
What are we talking? What record wise? It's pretty
2.5 Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia's getting 2.5.
They're Texas 11-1. Georgia's 10-2. I just think that Georgia has the experience and they've been there. That's the only reason I would go with Georgia.
Marshall, Louisiana.
I had to do a little research on this because I obviously Sun Belt. I don't know anything about it.
Marshall's getting +6.
Marshall was the team that was featured in the movie because their whole entire team got killed in a plane crash.
Sure.
Right?
In 1987.
That was
great.
McConaughey's thing, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I looked up the head-to-head, and Louisiana is 2-0 against Marshall in history. So, I mean,
in history,
yeah, they play 2 games together, and Louisiana's won them both. Where's that game being played?
At Louisiana.
Oh, yeah. I would probably take Louisiana now.
Okay. Penn State, Oregon.
I'm taking Oregon in there.
3.5 too. So
go Ducks.
All right. Clemson, SMU. 2.5 Clemson.
I
would take Clemson. I
don't want to root for Clemson. I don't. But I have a feeling they have that dog in them. SMU, I don't think has been tested much.
So Clemson to win straight out. +120.
+120, right? Okay.
Think so? Okay.
This game was where's Bank of America Stadium? Charlotte,
SMU.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Where's Clemson from? South Carolina?
Mm-hmm.
SMU is Southern Methodist. Or in Texas, right?
Yep.
Basically a home game for Clemson.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll take Clemson to win.
I would take Clemson. Yeah. Money line, right?
Yep.
Are you building a parlay right now?
I am.
Nice.
And I have $2.60 in this account.
I'm up money.
Army, Navy. Army's going to win.
Army just destroyed Tulane tonight.
So over under.
Wait, hang on. That's Army Navy's next weekend, dude.
Okay, yeah, the 14th.
So yeah, don't bet that.
Clemson over under. I'm gonna add some more in this parlay. 55.5.
All right, so here's how I think of the over unders. Okay. So this game at 55, you got to be a 35-20 game.
Yep.
It's SMU. They can run it up. Clemson also been known to score. Here's my thing. See that sort of shit being a fucking boat race, right? It might go under, but I'm also not good at this.
So bring out your calculator.
Hang on.
Which you were so fond of looking at earlier.
Yeah. No, that's my calendar.
Do 55.5 divided by 2. What's that? 27?
Yeah. 28 points, basically.
I'm gonna go.
I see both that. I see them.
I'm gonna say over on Clemson, SMU. Okay.
Wait, what? Clemson, SMU. Let's go see Clemson schedule. Their last.
They're in the 30s every time.
Their last 5 games, they've scored 14, 51, 24, 24, and 21. That's Clemson.
God, it's close.
SMU, hang on. Their last 5 games were 38, 33, 38, 48, 28.
So
they can run it up. I like the over in that game.
Penn State, Oregon, over under 50.5. Oregon, like both the Penn
State has got a really, really good defense this year. Oregon has a very good offense. This is gonna be a tough one, man. I'd stay away from that game. Not gonna be. I'll be honest with you. I'd stay
Marshall, Louisiana, over under 58 flat.
Louisiana. 37, 51, 22, 55,
God.
23. Okay. Marshall has scored 35, 42, 31, 37, 28. I might take the
Over.
over in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just going on whatever. But I mean, this is one of those things where you're watching these teams put up average of 33 points a game. And then it's just going to be an absolute defensive battle. They're going to show up.
So
I hate
Georgia,
that shit.
Texas is over under 50.5. I think under.
I like the under there.
Okay. Under. Got it.
Texas has scored 17, 31, 20, and 49.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia 44, 59, 31, 10, and 34. I mean, I just think this is going to be
doing under. Yeah.
Yeah, I would take I like the under there.
Ohio and Miami of Ohio.
That's
Ohio's getting 2.5 points.
All right, so they're both Ohio teams. They're playing in Michigan. Oh my God, how bad is that got to be for them?
Mhm.
Fuck off. Miami of Ohio has 28, 20, 34, 27, 46. Ohio 42, 24, 35, 41, 47.
Over under is 44.
I'd take the over.
Over. Got it.
And they beat UB 47-16. UB actually had a good squad this year.
All right. Iowa State, Arizona State, over under 50.5. Let's go. Let's fucking go, dude. I think they're evenly matched too, man. I might go under on this, but go ahead. Scores. Iowa State.
Iowa State 29, 31, 34, 36 and a loss, 22 and a loss. Arizona State is 49, 28, 24, 35, 42. I mean, I'll signs point to over literally every game. And that's why I have Texas, Georgia, SMU, Clemson, Oregon, Penn State, Louisiana, Marshall. Those are the 4 games I have. I took under 211 points because I have a feeling a couple of those are going to be fucking sketchy.
All right, let's locked in. I bet $2.60.
How many legs?
1,000.
How many legs?
16.
You bet $2.
260.
16 legs.
Yeah, to win 1,800.
I was gonna say it's got to be over $1,000, right?
Yeah, 1,800.
Love it.
Cool.
All right.
Let's see. All right.
I started my online gambling account with $50. Bang. Check the password. Looks good. Boom. Log in. I was down like $20 some. I'll back up to $70.
Look at you.
I'm literally $20. I've had this account with $50 in it since the day this was legal in New York State. Over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Aubrey, I bet $5 when Michigan lost to TCU 2 years ago. I went on threw $5 on Michigan at 1,001 to win a national championship.
Bad move.
Yeah, it actually turned out to be a really good move because they won it. And then me and Abo we went out to lunch or some shit. I had like $12 or $13 left, and it was March Madness. I go, what teams do you like? I just write off a bunch of names. She was like, I like that one, that one, that one. I'm like, all right, we're gonna bet $3, $4, $3, and I had $2.16 on this one. Every one of them fucking lost.
So
the only thing I had left was my $5 bet, and I just let it ride. And then when we won a national championship, I'm like, shit, I got $50. I was riding with Sammy. He was giving me good picks. I was up to $80, $90. Then a friend of ours jumped into the chat and he was the fucking black cloud of death. And my units went all the way back down. So I was betting $5 my unit was $5.
Yeah. So this is great. This little guy here. This and
I have profit boosts up the ass.
So it'll kind of tell you like where the betting's at, and it'll also tell you like the AI stuff. Hold on. So let's go to
what is this?
It's called Odd Sharks. It'll tell you like where the betting's at and like where the bet are. Jesus Christ. So it'll tell you all the betting apps and like where they're betting at the same time.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. Which is cool. And you could also go to like line history and matchup, which is cool. But like it'll kind of tell you like where
different odds places, right?
Yeah. What's cool is they used to have AI in here. So hold on. Let's go to matchup. Clemson SMU. Hypothetically. So predicted score is Clemson 26.8, SMU 45. Spread is hedging towards SMU winning. Total consensus is over here. So under, so it's about the same. Over under for that. But it'll tell you like all the different things that are happening right now. So FanDuel. It's kind of cool.
Oh, wow. What? All right. That's
Computer pick. So computer picks SMU to win at 45.5. Spread pick, obviously crushing it, and the over. That's through AI. That's pretty cool, right?
Dude, I wish I could like dial into this. I honestly don't care about betting that much.
Me either.
I have friends that actually is nuts, man.
I'm like I don't got a dog in the fight, but if I could spend $2.60 and win $1,800, crushing it. But yeah, if you go to let's say Penn State, Oregon, let's just take a look real quick. What they're saying. Go on now.
I just took a 4 parlay. Clemson plus 2.5, Oregon minus 3.5, Georgia plus 2.5. So Clemson needs to win. Georgia needs to win. Arizona State money line.
So the predicted score through AI is PSU 35.9. Yeah, 70 points. Yeah. So over, we're crushing it, right?
Yeah.
Clemson is getting, it doesn't say. So Clemson's plus 3. So Oregon should win. Predicted. Total consensus split. Let's go to some weird ones. So I use this for college basketball, like in the first part of March Madness. This is my dude. This is how I won like 28 grand. Army Navy. Seems dumb, right? You would think Army's just going to steamroll these fuckers, right? Come on, you fuck. Load. Okay. So predicted score. It doesn't have it. God damn it. No one's betting on it.
I just
what
lit
up?
a bunch of. Oh fuck! What is this? What?
What else
I
we
have
say?
profit boosts. Did I?
Do we bet Memphis? West Virginia? No, we didn't bet this, but let's just say, okay. Memphis, West Virginia. I don't think we bet that, but predicted score. Come on, you fucking cons. They didn't do it.
Oh, it's college basketball. I don't want to bet that. Get
Yeah.
105. Can't read that. Oh, reward claimed. I already did that shit.
Computer picks. That's what I want. Yeah, there we are. All right. So computer picks. Ohio, Miami. Predicted score is 38.3.
Yeah, those 70 points.
They're getting 2.5.
over. Smashed over.
Over. Got it. Okay. Iowa State, Arizona State. Where is it? Come on.
Come on now.
Computer pick. Go on now. All right. Arizona State, 33. They're getting 1.5.
60.
Over.
60, yeah.
Smashing it. Georgia, Texas. Ooh, close.
66.
Close.
Still hitting the over.
Yep. We took in the bet, despite what you said, Daryl. I took Texas. I believe in Texas.
I don't really care either way.
Yeah,
But I just think that Georgia's just been there so many times. They know what to do.
Yep. Battle ready. I get it. Yep. But also, not the same team it was 3 years ago.
No, it's true.
So, Marshall didn't bet that. Clemson.
I bet Marshall's plane does not.
Oh my God. SMU is just stomping it.
That's the thing is they throw up a lot of points, but go to
But
see
they're not playing. So this is a computer pick based on AI.
Yeah.
So they take
former scorers and overall, yeah,
and the competition that you faced in the past.
Yeah.
I don't think Southern
Southern
Methodist is going to drop 45 on Clemson.
I don't either.
It's impossible. But the fact that it's 2.5, I would probably still take the over, which I did. Penn State, Oregon. Boop. That's really fucking close.
All right. So this is what I have. 2-pick parlay.
Okay.
I took Oregon spread and over 50.
Yeah.
And a half. All right. There's
so
one.
Based on AI, that's fair.
Okay. Now I have
a podcast. Let's just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Later, Gooks.
Yeah. Bye.